Yo, do you know what today is?
It's April 7th, 2018. And what does that mean?
40 years?
Hold on, wait. Let's see if they can figure it out. Hold on.
I wonder.
I mean, I already know y'all know what it is because y'all done read the title of this video. It is the 40th anniversary of... Stand up and let me see it, man.
Damn.
All of this and more, For You, Prince's debut album.
Yeah.
The debut album, the debut shit.
The very first, man. You know, and by the way, this is kind of special too because this was the very first video or album that we did a video on.
Yeah.
And
that's alright.
A lot of things have changed since then.
We look better. You know what I'm saying? We look better we did then. We look good then, but now we look even better. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so crazy about it.
No doubt.
So this is the 40th anniversary of For You, Prince's debut album.
Yes. So we decided, since this is a very special day, to go back and revisit this album.
Yes.
And review it.
Yes.
For you beautiful people out there.
Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna just give them a brief backstory.
Let's get into the logistics, man.
Let's go, man.
You know what I'm saying? Remember Queen Latifah said in that New Jack City song, man, kick the ballistics, man.
Okay. Well,
kick the ballistics.
Like we just said, this is the first album, the debut album. This is the first really anything Prince related.
Mm-hmm.
This album was officially released April 7th, 1978 on Warner Brothers Records.
Man, a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. And the artist that we are discussing, Prince Rogers Nelson, was only 19 years old.
19.
When this was released. And the record company marketed Prince as a teenage prodigy, one-man band.
Which was true.
Yeah, but yeah, he was, but although there's some sources throughout the years that said that there were a few people who made some contributions to this album.
Yeah.
But I say about a good 90% Prince pretty much did everything.
Yes, sir.
And everything. So, and I mean, so what was the first time you ever heard this album? That you can recall.
The first time I ever heard this album probably was 84.
Oh, okay.
83, 84. Yeah. Because my brother, he had all the albums. So 1999 being the greatest album of all time, of course. So I had to go back in the catalog and
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the first time I actually heard this was when I was about 9 or 10. My father bought it, the cassette tape for me. So, yeah, I was like around probably Graffiti Bridge, maybe. Like probably during that period.
Yeah, you was 10, yeah.
Yeah.
Graffiti Bridge.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I used to play it a lot, when I first heard it. So.
And the first review we did, I've had time to go back. This is really the only Prince album I've done this with. Everything else I stand my ground on. From Little Sexy to Emancipation, I stand my ground on them.
Well, we haven't gotten to Emancipation, but we will most likely go back and re-review most of these albums anyway.
But I went back and I actually listened to For You. I have a greater appreciation for this album.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I had to co-sign with you in comparison to the first ever YouTube video we ever done. But this was one of the albums that I was listening to before he had passed. Like, I was really playing this almost every day.
Well, you know, like, because, you know, it was the hype about the vinyl being reissued.
Yeah.
Before he died.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That too. But I'm saying even before that announcement,
right.
I was just, I don't know what it was. It was, you know, like you just had those moments where you just in the mood to listen to a certain Prince album, or you just keep it in rotation. So that was the one for me. So, but nonetheless, you know, we can go ahead and get to, I guess, the tracks and everything like that.
Do it.
If you want to.
Do it.
And you know, we can give some more history as we go.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get to the first track, the title track, For You.
For You.
Oh yeah.
Great acapella. I love the mixing of the song. You know what I mean? Like, that's spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
That's spectacular.
Yeah.
You almost would think it's more than one person if you didn't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the mix on there is great.
Yeah, I think. I mean, the song clocks in at 1 minute and 6 seconds, but yeah, like you said, it's sung as an acapella, and his falsetto, which, you know, became his trademark to, you know, what we discovered, especially for people who's first time even hearing like Prince. So it definitely showcases some beautiful harmonies, and I don't know, like for me, it just, like when I hear this, it's almost like like you're inside a church with the stained glass windows.
Yeah, it's angelic.
Yeah,
for
just,
sure.
Yeah, it definitely gives you that sort of vibe, and the lyrics with love, or I'm sorry, all of this and more is for you, with love, sincerity, and deepest care. My life with you I share. I mean, I think those lyrics are kind of like a declaration
of what he finna do and what he finna give you.
Yeah.
You know?
So, yeah, definitely.
I mean, so he definitely told what he was finna do. So
yeah.
I mean, like,
he did.
You know, to a lot of fans, a lot of people, you know,
right,
his music has been like the inside to him.
Right.
So he definitely declared that he finna share his life.
Oh yeah. And this is this is more like a introduction, like for like to the album. I mean, it's a good opener.
Yeah.
You know,
great opener.
Yeah. So, but and it also kind of segues nicely into the next track, which is In Love.
Didn't appreciate this song that much till recently.
Wow, really?
This is a great song. This is a great song.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Nah, I just think it's a great song.
Okay.
You know, I didn't appreciate it really at first. You know what I'm saying? And not that I disliked it. I think I have a better appreciation for it now.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because I actually sat down. You know what I'm saying? I always thought the music was great, but the words, you know what I mean? I actually listened to the words. And, you know.
Well, I mean, I've always thought this was a very nice, enjoyable, mid-tempo track. You know, I think his falsetto is sung very nicely.
Oh, they on point.
You know,
and, we can say this now, the falsetto on this whole album is great.
Oh yeah.
Great. Probably the best through his catalog. Maybe.
Right.
You know what I mean? So falsetto is great.
Yeah. And I mean, he even, you know, adds little hints of the suggestive lyrics that we would later on, you know, discover on some of his songwriting too. You know, the part where he says that I really want to play in your river.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting early up in the neighborhood.
Yeah, but nonetheless, like I've always enjoyed this song. It's a very nice song. So, moving on to track number 3, which is the big hit off the album,
Soft and Wet.
the very first single by Prince. The first. The very first.
Great song. Great song, man.
Yeah,
You know.
definitely.
Soft and Wet was the B-side of what? 45.
Oh, speaking of which, hold on. Hold that thought. What you got? Let me just show off the little people, you know, what we working with over here in the Purple Underground. Bam. Even with the Warner Brothers sleeve, the original.
Yeah.
Now, to answer your question, the B-side to Soft and Wet was
In Love One.
So Blue.
So Blue. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. So you still want to go, or
You can go.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, this was one of the earliest recordings that he was doing for his demos. You know, for all the Prince collectors out there.
The demos was hot too, though.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Demos was hot too.
because I know the ones that we have is the one from 1976
Mm-hmm.
that he recorded at I want to say Moon
Moon
Sound. Yeah, Moon Sound in Minneapolis, and the one he did in 1977 we re-recorded at Sound 80. So I mean, this is a very good, catchy funk dance track.
Oh, it's solid as hell.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really make a whole lot of noise on the pop charts because it only got to number 92, but it did do fairly good on the R&B charts, going to number 12. And I mean, it's just a tight, catchy, song with the jerky start and stop,
Yes, sir.
groove, and definitely one of my favorites off the album.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it may be my favorite. And also, Chris Moon is the co-writer on this song, so you gotta add that to that as well.
For sure.
And this song also mentions the sexual metaphors as well.
Soft and wet.
Soft and wet. So,
Wow.
yeah. And I think this was the first song that Wendy Melvoin heard. She said she heard it in the club when she was like 15 or 16 years old or something. Yeah, because she thought that it was a female.
Right.
So yeah. Moving on to track number 4, Crazy You. I think this is just a nice, gentle acoustic song.
It's okay. I still can't feel the same way about Crazy You.
Really?
Yeah. It's okay.
I don't know. I really dig this song.
It's alright.
Is this alright to you?
It's alright, man. It's,
I don't know. I just think it's one of the more unique, interesting tracks on the album, and it definitely shows another side to Prince. He's not just because the first, 2 songs is more upbeat, mid-tempo, kind of funk, disco, R&B-ish.
Oh yeah, I get that. I get the what's the word I'm looking for? The dynamics of the album, like you know what I'm saying. I get that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's just not a great song to me.
Okay. All right. Well, P. Ross is not feeling it, so we'll just move on to track number 5. This is the the final track on the first half of the album, and it's also the second single.
Whoo, and it's fire too, boy. Ooh.
Yes, and we're simply talking about Just As Long As We Are Together.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? And first time on the album, you know what I'm saying? Not only we have heard falsettos up until this song. You know what I mean?
Right. Sorry. Just want to show them off real quick.
Show that off. See them,
just want to show them what we're working with.
Do that shit.
Bam. Just as long as we're together. Look at that.
That's some new hotness.
Yes.
New hotness. Yeah, man. You know. Now if we're talking dynamics, you know what I'm saying? We got it doing the falsetto, we got it doing the monotone voice, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, great. Just As Long As We're Together is a great song.
Right.
And I'm really disappointed I never heard him do it live.
I mean, well, I've heard him do it live, you know, on the bootlegs from the...
I mean, a personal experience. Personal, like, seeing him do it live.
Right.
Like, him doing this song, doing, like, the musicology tour.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The acoustic set.
Yeah.
Or even, like, piano set, one night alone.
Yeah.
Would have been great.
Yeah, yeah, I think this is another one of the highlights on the album. For me, when you listen to it, it sounds like just a band. It sounds like, it doesn't just sound like one person. Mm-hmm. It sounds like, you know, several different, you know, people on the track. And yeah, it wasn't really a huge hit. You know, at least on the charts. I think I only got to 91 on the R&B, and on the pop charts it didn't even chart. So I'm curious to, like, for people back in the day, if they, you know, if they heard this song, you know, at the clubs and stuff.
That's a good question.
I'm just curious.
Huh.
So, but yeah, this is one of my favorites of the album.
I think I like this more than Soft and Wet.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that with some people. Yeah, and then the instrumental jam, they just that is just cold. Yeah, at the end of the what they call it, the coda or whatever. Yeah. So definitely one of the highlights. So we're gonna move on to the second half of the album.
Side B.
Side B. Or side 2 on the cassette, or the other side, which was what it was called on the vinyl, I believe. So this is like the first real ballad, Baby.
Hot.
I think it's a smooth ballad.
And can you please tell the people about the ad lib that he used in another song?
Oh,
this song,
yeah.
please?
Well, after the first verse, you hear the breakdown parts where it's he uses it later in I Hate You.
Yes.
The dun 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 yeah. So, I mean, for me, it's a smooth ballad.
Man, Baby is a great ballad.
The vocals are
I think it's a great ballad. I think vocally he is on point.
He's on point, yeah.
You know what I mean? Lyrically, he's just saying everything right.
Right.
You know what I mean? The music is outstanding.
Right.
On Baby.
I mean, lyrically, it's an interesting song because, you know, for him being 19, he's talking about, you know, I guess him and his girlfriend, you know, they talk about their soon to be, you know, a child.
Right.
So it's like, you know, that's an interesting subject matter, I guess, you know, for a cat, you know, his age at that time. Yeah, I like this song. It's one of my favorites, but I will say, in comparison to the later ballads, some people might feel like this is a little light.
Oh, it's definitely
you know
light. The later ballads are more sexual and more
Yeah.
adultish. Not that this isn't adultish. This is more like traditional R&B.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could definitely hear the influences of like some of them R&B bands, like the Stylistics.
Oh yeah.
You know, things like that. I mean, ooh, yeah, vocals on here are just lush. I think so. Moving on to track number 7. My Love Is Forever. Love
Great
this song.
Great song.
Love this
Great
song.
I didn't appreciate this song either, but
Wow.
like I said, I went back and listened to the album a few times, and My Love Is Forever is a great song.
Yes, it is.
Great song.
Mid tempo. It's, you know what, it's like one of those songs where you just cruise to like on a nice breezy day.
Right.
Like to me. And vocals again on point. I love the guitar solos that he does in this song. And yeah. It's one of my favorites off the album.
Yes.
So, you want anything else
Move
to
on.
add? Okay, moving on. Track number 8, the Other Acoustic.
Now I like So Blue better than I like Crazy You. Now see, I know where you finna go.
What?
I know what you finna say.
No,
you don't
what?
like So Blue as much as you like Crazy.
No, actually I'm
Crazy.
not. No,
Oh, okay.
actually I'm not gonna say that. No, go ahead.
No. I like So Blue better than I like Crazy You. I don't know what it is, you know what I'm saying, but the subject matter and the acoustic was basically better, I think. You know.
Me personally, I think this is such an underappreciated song. Just like Crazy You might be
Crazy
for some, but I really think this is so underappreciated.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I love this song.
It is.
And maybe because I could relate to it from an emotional standpoint, from my own experiences.
Oh God.
Dealing with, some past relationships.
Next.
And things like that.
Next.
But definitely a nice song.
Yeah.
I love this song. So is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Well, moving on to track number 9, which is the finale of this
Which
album.
is my favorite song off of this album.
Okay.
I'm Yours. Oh my God. I think I like I'm Yours more than I like Bambi. Like, I'm not gonna front. I'm Yours is cold.
I'm gonna respond to that after you get done.
Man, yo. I'm Yours. See, you don't understand, Michael.
Speak on it.
This song is so great. When I finally heard him do this live,
Right.
on oh my God, what bootleg was that? From the Nokia in 06?
09.
09, was it 09?
Yeah. It was when Lotus Flower.
And he
just
did
released.
the 3 shows?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think that was either that. No, that was at the Conga Room. I think.
Conga Room?
I think.
It was one of them.
Yeah, it was one of them.
But I was scrambling because I'm like, I'm yours on here, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it was a couple other tracks on there too I wanted to hear him do, but I'm Yours was the one.
Right.
Like, just the guitar on I'm Yours is great.
No doubt.
That guitar is great.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a song back when I was younger, back in the day. I didn't dislike it. I just wasn't feeling it like the way I feel about it now. And I think it was due to the lyrical content. I didn't know what he was saying.
Right.
I could not make out what Prince was saying. Right. I just knew the chorus when he said, I'm yours.
I think a lot of us went back to the lyric sheets and kind of...
Right. Yeah, but the music is fantastic, and I think this is a great closer to this album. I mean, it's every time I listen to this, I just think like Prince straps on his guitar, and rocks out.
Yeah.
You know. Now it's been said that Andre Simone is playing bass, and Bobby Z's playing drums on this.
I can see that.
On this track.
I can see that.
You know, I have. I can't remember where I heard that from. I know I've either read it or heard it somewhere, but yeah, I think it's a great song musically. Lyrically, it's not bad, but it's just, you know, you just can't really make out what he's saying unless you
Right.
Or something like that.
Some, if you trying to introduce somebody to Prince with this song, this ain't the song.
No, I mean, well, you know what?
This isn't the song.
Well, you know what?
You can't make out what he's saying.
Right, but if you want them to listen to it from a musical standpoint, yeah, I'm fine with this because he.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't introduce nobody to this song. This is a song I like to keep all to myself because nobody really talk about it.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a sleeper song for as being overlooked. Now to respond to what you're saying about Bambi lyrically I think is better. So I think Bambi's the better song for me personally. But this song is dope. And I just like how it closes the album and the way it ends the song, because it also gives you like he kind of blew your mind with it, and then it's like it makes you like, damn, like, okay, now I'm ready for his next album.
Right, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? At least you know, yeah. That's the way that.
Well,
you know,
well, the beginning of For You kind
of
started off quiet. You know what I'm saying? And when you get towards the end, it's like a big bang. Like,
right.
This is what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
like,
what I mean?
like the way the songs are sequenced, you know, from beginning to the end is nicely done. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm yours.
It's almost like if a Prince fan, if someone who listens to Prince has never heard this album, and they are waiting for the big bang, like, damn, when it's coming, I'm yours is like the closure that you want.
Yeah. I mean, because he literally slaps you in the face, like, or you know, even with So Blue, for some people, not me, but for some people, it might put them to sleep. No, this will wake you right back up.
Right.
Like, okay, you know. So, yeah, so that's all 9 songs. So we're going to go ahead and give our conclusions of the album and then give our ratings, you know, for those who are familiar with our album reviews. You know how we do.
Okay.
You know, so you want to go first or you want me to go?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
40th anniversary of For You. Again, I have a greater appreciation for this album. I like it more than what I liked it, 5 years ago when we did the first review?
Yep.
I would honestly, like, right now at this point, I would give this record a 5.
Wow. 5 out of 5?
I would.
Okay.
But with the exception of Crazy You,
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give it a 4. You know. Because I think last time I gave it like a 3 or some shit like that.
I think you gave it like a 2.5.
A 2.5?
I think so.
Okay, 2.5.
If I'm not mistaken.
No, I'm going to bump that up to a 4.
I think I gave it like a 3 or 3.5. I think I may have given it a 3.
I'm going to bump that up to a 4.
Okay.
And you know, I'm totally bipolar with the way I feel about music sometimes, so I could easily drop it back down to a 1. But right now, at this point in time, For You, 40th anniversary of this great record, April 7th, 2018.
Yeah.
4 turntables.
4 turntables.
4 turntables.
Okay, so now that you get the rating, what are your 5 favorite songs on the album?
Do I have to, in any particular order? First track, For You.
Okay.
Soft and Wet. Just As Long As We're Together. So Blue. No. Wait.
That's 4.
Wait, I know, but you know what I'm saying? Okay, skip the opener. Soft and Wet.
Okay.
Just As Long As We're Together. Baby, So Blue, and I'm Yours.
Okay.
Those are my top 5.
That's what's up. My final thoughts are, I think this was a very impressive debut for a young 19-year-old, musician. Impressive debut for a young cat, 19 years old, who just super talented, just can, play everything, because he was sort of like, compared to Stevie Wonder. So, I mean, for me, if I was gonna rate this album, I would give it a 4 also.
Okay.
I would give it a solid 4. Yeah, because like I said, the first time we reviewed this album, I gave it a 3. But since then, I mean, I've really been going back and listening to it with a fresh set of ears, and just really, it's just like, wow. I mean, even the sound of it is great. Like the way they mixed it and everything. I mean,
oh yeah.
I mean, the quality of it is good. Now, I mean, in comparison to his later songs, I mean, of course, he got better, but the whole musicality of it is just great. It's on point, yeah. So I would give this 4 out of 5 turntables. And my personal 5 favorite songs on this album are.
Can I take a wild guess?
Do you want to take a guess, or you want me to name them?
No, I'm just gonna take a wild guess.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm taking a wild guess.
Okay. Let's see.
Soft and Wet.
Yep.
Crazy You.
No.
Okay, well go ahead.
But
I got it wrong. I got it wrong.
But I like Crazy You.
Go ahead. You go ahead with it.
Soft and Wet. I'm Yours. Just As Long As We're Together. Baby. My Love Is Forever. Those are my 5. And also, My Love Is Forever, I forgot to mention this one, was actually co-written with Chris Moon, although he's not credited. But they managed to handle that financially after the album was released.
Right. And another fun fact.
Okay.
Which I think is amazing about this record is that when they wanted Maurice White to come in and produce,
oh yeah,
he said no.
Right.
But this is the lead man of Earth, Wind, and Fire, which Earth, Wind, and Fire themselves is a great band.
Right.
Themselves. Even back then, they were probably like up there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Prince
said no to Maurice White.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Kicked everybody out the studio.
Right.
You know, so.
And also, since you wanted to throw that in there, let me add a couple other side notes as far as the people who actually contribute to the album. Patrice Rushen, she plays, I think, the synthesizers on, I think, Baby. And I think her boyfriend at the time named Charles Ville. Yeah, he actually contributed into arranging the strings on Baby. So, yeah, so Patrice Rushen, she assisted with the programming of synths, like the synthesizers. Right. And then they did, like you said, they wanted Maurice White to be the executive producer. Prince said, nah, that's not going down. But they did bring somebody else in named Tommy Vicardi.
Right.
I think he's credited as the executive producer. So, and then David Rifkin, Bobby Z's brother, helped Prince with recording his vocals. So, other than that, I mean, and then of course Andre and Bobby supposedly was playing on I'm Yours, which I can see that.
I don't think we should say supposed. I'm pretty sure they probably did.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I shouldn't say that.
Right, they probably did.
Because I believe he did say that in the interview. So, but
other than that, this is the 40th.
40 years.
So what y'all think? Have y'all heard this album? What do y'all think about this album? What do y'all give it on the 5 turntable scale? holler at your people. You understand what I'm saying? Because we are the Purple Underground, and we are the shit.
Right on it. And what you need to do after you watch this video is pull out the CD, the vinyl, or if you're streaming it, however you listen to the music, pull this album out and just kick back and just zone to this album for you. 40 years.
Because he made it for you.
Yes. Yes, he did.
You know what I'm saying?
40.
So,
you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we about to go listen to For You right after we wrap this video up right now.
oh,
So, other than that, this is my man right here, my big bro, P. Ross.
a.k.a. King P.
King P. And I'm Micah, a.k.a. C, capital M to the S, a.k.a. the One. And together we are
the Purple Underground.
We the new breed. Peace.
Peace.